Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silent reflection.
Good morning, Needham High School. I'm Sydney Penny.
And I'm Elise Enlick, and welcome to Needham High School News.
For the past 2 years, teachers have been utilizing common planning time on Friday mornings to communicate teaching material. Here's Noah Schachter for more.
Every Friday, school is delayed until 8:35 for common planning time. But what exactly is common planning time? Mr. Shea explains.
Common planning time is time dedicated for teachers to work with one another on a variety of different topics. Common planning time, it was at Needham High School. It started in 2014. It was sort of a district-wide initiative to extend the school day. The teachers work together from 7:30 to 8:25 each Friday morning. School-wide, every second Friday of the month is dedicated to standing committees, and there are a number of committees that meet at this time. I also think that in terms of teachers being able to work together to learn from each other and to sort of grow as teachers for the benefit of the students, I think in that way, common planning time has been extremely valuable.
For NHSN, I'm Noah Schachter.
Thanks, Noah. The Senior Art Show is coming up here at NHS on January 21st, where there'll be art from incredibly talented seniors. This event is not to be missed. Here is Julia Orenstein for more on this artsy occasion.
The NHS Art Department welcomes you to the opening of the Senior Quality Art Exhibit, which takes place on January 21st from 6:30 to 8 p.m.
There will be art, of course, as well as food and music. Loose, a jazz band of our own students, including Sam Atala, Adam Grice, Ben Goldberg, and Matt Riccadelli, will be playing.
So stop by and check out some great art.
Thanks, Julia.
Last Friday, the RAG held their annual event, Even a Night Like This. There were many musical performances from a cappella groups such as the Trouble Rebels to solo acts to poetry. Here's Jody Quinter for more.
This past Friday, on January 8th, Needham High School's club, The RAG, held their third annual event, Even a Night Like This.
The RAG is an art and literary magazine completely run by NHS students, where we have NHS students submit us art, writing, pretty much anything in those categories, and we create a magazine at the end of the year that we publish in the spring.
I think part of what makes the RAG so special is that we invite the diversity of the art within the magazine. Submissions are sent to us throughout the years, come from all parts of the student body.
Even a Night Like This is a fundraiser / event to raise awareness for our club, so more people submit, and we have money to produce the magazine at the end of the year.
Tonight there will be readings as well as musical performances from wonderfully talented students.
At the event, there were a variety of performances, including comedy, poetry, bands, and Needham High School's own a cappella groups.
For the school, our mission is really to get art to be noticed in the high school, and I think fostering a community around art really breeds acceptance and love, and people are really nice to each other when they think about art. I like seeing what everybody has to say, and people usually don't get to say the things they want to say, especially when they're students. So having a non-censored magazine that they can submit their hard, raw thoughts to is really helpful, I think.
They can submit to our Gmail, which is the best option, at evenraglikethis@gmail.com. If that's difficult, they can come search for me, Matthew Marciello, or the other co-leader, Anna Drexler.
For NHSN, I'm Jody Quinter.
Thanks, Jody. A reminder that the Own Your Peace January Wellness Breakfast will take place tomorrow in the cafeteria from 7:45 to 8:30 a.m. This is a breakfast to raise awareness for the importance of emotional well-being in our lives, hosted by Own Your Peace and the various wellness groups and clubs at our school. Be sure to check it out because there'll be free food.
Yum!
Thanks, guys. We begin this week with the team we omitted from last week's newscast, but has found success so far this season. The boys' swim team is 3-0 after wins over BC High and Milton last week. They'll host Natick this Friday. The boys' basketball team is 6-1 on the year after wins over Weymouth and Braintree last week. We'd like to congratulate Coach Liner on picking up his 100th win of his career with the win over the Womps. They'll play Newton North tomorrow in Newton in a game for first place in the Bay State Carry. The girls had a tough week with losses to Weymouth and Braintree. They'll travel to Walpole and Newton North this week. The girls' hockey team is 4-0-2 after a pair of ties last week. The boys' team continues to look for their first win. The boys and girls track teams had tough losses to Newton North last week. They take on Brookline on Thursday before the D2 relays this Saturday. The gymnastics team is 2-0 after beating Newton North last week, and the ski team had a nice weekend at the Ski East races, with both teams finishing 4th respectively. For the boys, Max LaBelle finished 3rd, Josh Arvin finished 8th, and Roke Gundaker finished 12th. For the girls, Sophia Kurd finished 4th, Jordan Tabaski finished 10th, and Libby Fleming finished 11th. And finally, but perhaps most impressively this week, the wrestling team won the Belmont tournament over vacation. Brady Liss, Lucas Goldman, and Ethan Okunis all finished first for the team as they took home this team championship. We have our player of the week this week, of course. This week's player from the wrestling team is junior Brady Liss, who in addition to finishing first in his weight class, was also named the most outstanding wrestler of the tournament. That's all for sports, but be sure to check back in with us next week for more news. For NHSN Sports, I'm Zach Kaplan.
Thanks, Zach. Now we'll go to the stellar Julia Ornstein for Student of the Week.
Favorite part about teaching is definitely getting to know the students and also making even teensy little impacts on kids' lives. I also coach the ski team. This is my 4th year. It's very exciting. Last year we won the State Sportsmanship Award, which was pretty fantastic. We have a great group of kids. They cheer each other on, they help each other out, and they just warm my soul every day. My dogs, I have 2 German Shepherds. One's named Penny Lane, and the other is Gryffindor, or Griff. And they are the best things that's ever happened. I just love them. I love training them. I love working with them. They make me very happy.
Thanks, Julia. That's all the news for today's fantabulous broadcast.
Tune in next week on NHS News. I could just not go to my face. I could just say it in the background.
Yeah, in the background. Yum.
Like after her box, I can just say yum.
just pop over the camera.
Okay.